Hi, my name's Mackenzie Nance.
And I'm Jaren Kalanisan, and this is the Tailwind Flash Briefing.
So the first article I really want to talk about is Twitter. So Twitter's recently come out with some user fleets and audio spaces in the works. These fleets are similar to stories. So if you've gone on your Twitter recently, you're going to start seeing some stories like Instagram, LinkedIn also has them, and Facebook and Snapchat. These features will allow users to post these videos and images that they want to share, and they only last for 24 hours. So if you don't want it to stay on the internet, it won't. On top of that, Twitter is also talking about adding audio spaces. This is a cool, innovative product that's still in the works right now, but basically, you have these chat rooms, and instead of typing, it's going to be only audio. Their audio spaces is currently being tested with small groups in order to ensure safety, and since it'll be a lot harder to monitor those things, but we hope to see something come out soon.
So Mackenzie, how do you think these new features are going to change Twitter for, the normal user, but then also for businesses?
With these new features, I think a really big thing for those users is going to be that audio aspect. For people that are deaf, how are they going to be able to communicate through these platforms if it's only going to be over audio? We need to be a little bit more accessible to these people. So how is Twitter, are they going to still allow messaging through that way? And also, like we said before, monitoring these people. Again, safety is going to be a lot less of a hazard, but at the same time, you know how people like to act a little bit stronger behind a screen when they're typing? I feel like with audio, they might not feel as confident to, bully people and stuff. So in that aspect, I feel like it might even make things safer, but they still need to think of ways to be accessible to everyone to use the platform.
I agree. Accessibility is a huge point that I think more platforms need to be more intentional about and think about inclusivity first. Do you think there's any opportunity to use these audio chat rooms from a marketer's perspective?
I think so. I think it's gonna have to be a little bit more creative. From a marketer's perspective, though, maybe more like influencer wise. So, you know how
hmm
podcasts are becoming a really big thing nowadays. I feel like as a marketer, you can take advantage of, top celebrity voices or people that are really influential and having them share some great content. I feel like, podcast versus reading a book is so much bigger. A lot of people like to do this when, they're on a walk and stuff. So maybe if they take it as that aspect, instead of it just being a short little messaging group, maybe it's a podcast type of offering on Twitter. I think that'd be a great way for marketers to optimize whatever they're trying to do.
Our second story is about Microsoft. They've added a new feature to their ad extension offerings called the Filter Link Extension. This new ad extension will allow advertisers to present multiple categorized header links that will allow users to quickly navigate to key products and offerings onto the website. Ads will be able to use a header with between 3 to 10 clickable text links, which is great for sending people to a specific and relevant page on your website. Companies can use these extensions to allow for quick access to things like different price ranges or specific deals. In addition to having customizable headlines, Microsoft already offers 36 predefined headers for advertisers to use. For example, hotels can use their pre-generated ones for the different amenities they offer, like Wi-Fi, what kind of gyms they have, and what kind of tools that the hotels offer. And the great news for advertisers is that this ad extension is just like all the other ones, like site links or call out extensions, and you pay the same cost per click when someone clicks on those customizable ad headlines.
As an advertiser yourself, what advantages do you see from this new extension?
I think this is huge because Microsoft always needs to differentiate themselves from Google and make it a more attractive platform for advertisers. So giving them this new extension is going to be great. And also it's great for us marketers to offer to our clients because it gives their customers a much better experience.
And so going off of that, what are the benefits of even using Microsoft? Everyone goes on Google nowadays. So what are those benefits? Like what have you seen as an advertiser to this day?
Microsoft ads won't work for everyone. It definitely depends on who the key customer is for the client. And so if you're trying to reach, that target demographic who's definitely on Microsoft over Google, then Bing ads could be right for you. For example, if you're trying to reach an older business-focused demographic, we've seen some great and cost-effective results on Bing.
From your experience with Google, what are those ad extensions that are currently the most cost effective, and what do you think is going to relate over to Bing?
Definitely those site link extensions and call out extensions. And this new extension is going to be huge because our main goal is to create the best ad experience for the user. And that includes sending them to the most relevant page on the website.
Well, I'm Mackenzie Nance.
And I'm Jaren Kalanisan.
Thanks for tuning into this week's Flash Briefing, and be sure to keep an eye out for the next episode.